This YouTube short that I posted about 2.5 months ago has got a total of 13.5 million views and has made me about $1,932 US. And just to prove that these are US dollars, I can go on my settings and I can select US dollar as the currency. And if we refresh my page, it is still 1,932.46 to be exact. But with that being said, that doesn't mean that if you get 13.5 million views, you are also going to make the same amount of money. I would know this because I do and have ran multiple pages, and on top of that, I also run a community where I help people with YouTube Shorts, and therefore I understand that different pages and different videos get paid very differently. So how does payment actually work with YouTube Shorts, and what can you do to make sure you are earning the most money possible? Now, when it comes to actually getting paid on YouTube Shorts, the only thing we actually care about is engaged views. So although this video, as we can see, got 13.5 million views, if I go over to engagement, we can see that those engaged views drop down to 6.9 million. And these 6.9 million views that we see here are the views that we are actually getting paid for. Now, I know this is a little bit confusing because you thought the video had 13.5 million views, which it did. 13.5 million eyeballs have watched this video and it's come across their feed. But in engaged views, when someone stays on the video for more than a couple of seconds for YouTube to actually count it as a view, as if someone is just scrolling past straight away, they don't count it as a view and therefore you don't get paid for that view. However, this is just one of many factors that actually relate as to how much we get paid from our YouTube Shorts. So if you want to fully understand how payment on YouTube Shorts works, make sure you stick until the end so that you can understand it fully and then use it to your advantage when it comes to creating your own pages. The next thing that we need to think about is the RPM. Now, RPM stands for revenue per milli in technical terms, but it basically just means the amount of money that you get paid per 1,000 views. So if we come back over to my laptop and we take this video, for example, the one with 13.5 million views, if we go over to revenue, we can see that from those 6.8 million engaged views, it has a RPM of 0.28 cents, which is of course how we get to that 1.9k made from this YouTube short. However, if we now go over to this video here, which is in the same niche on the same page, which has 6.7 million views and it has 3.6 million engaged views, if we check the RPM on this video, it is slightly lower at 0.26 cents per 1,000 views. So what are the factors that actually affect the RPM? So the first one and the most important one is the audience. And when I say audience, when it comes to YouTube Shorts, I'm only really talking about two things, which is going to be the age of the audience and also the location of the audience. And with that being said, the location is much more important than the age, but we'll get onto that in a second. The second thing that affects the RPM of YouTube Shorts is the time of year, and typically the start of the year is a slightly lower RPM, and usually the end of the year, around October, November and December time, you have the highest RPM. Now, a difference in this isn't that big, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much, and you also can't have an effect on this anyways, as it is just due to the time, but it is something to keep in mind that at the end of the year, you'll probably be getting paid a little bit more per 1,000 views. And that is just simply because companies at the end of the year are spending more money because it is the end of the year and there's things like Christmas and a bunch of sales happening and things like this, meaning that they have more money that they're going to dump into ads, which fortunately as creators comes back to us. And yeah, YouTube take their cut as well. Now we come back to my YouTube studio and we go ahead and we check the audience of one of these videos. As we can see, my audiences are pretty good, hence why I have a relatively good RPM for YouTube Shorts. And as you can see, my audience is mainly male and the audience isn't super young either. So ideally you want to have your audience be around this age bracket or even somewhere up here. Sometimes you get some crazy RPMs from older people just because they have a bit more money to spend. And the most important thing for the RPM is of course the geography. And as you can see here, basically 50% of my audience on this video is from the United States. Then we have the United Kingdom at 7% and then India, Canada, Germany. And once again, we want to simply be trying to hit that US audience to make the most amount of money because the US is a consumer market, meaning that those customers spend the most amount of money and also people in the US earn a bit more, so they have more money to spend than say people from India. Now to show you guys a real example of this, if we come over to my YouTube dashboard for this channel that you're watching right now, as we can see here, I have a YouTube short on this channel that has 2.1 million views in total that you guys can actually go and check if you want to see and confirm this. And as you can see, this YouTube short has made me $209, which has a RPM of 0.14, which is obviously quite a bit lower than the other page I was just showing you guys. Now if we come over to the audience on this short, we can see that my audience on this page, while the age demographics are not bad, they're still obviously slightly better on the other page. The main thing that is worse on this page is I have a slightly more Indian audience at 17% and a slightly less US audience at 22%, which is obviously why this YouTube short has a slightly lower RPM than the other short that I was just showing you guys. So then now that we have this knowledge, how can we use it to our advantage to make more money with YouTube Shorts? And that is simply going to be to try and pick niches which are going to have a majority USA audience so that we can obviously get paid more for our views. Now with that being said, there are kind of two two ways you can go about YouTube Shorts, and you can go the route of just trying to get insane amount of views, and you can make really good money doing this. In fact, there is someone in my Discord who got 1 billion views on one page in 1 month, and obviously he made very good money from that because it is an insane amount of views. However, with that being said, his RPM is going to be a lot lower than what mine would be, because obviously to get that amount of views, you're going to have to be making content that is accessible to everyone, no matter of your language or your interest or anything, which just means that your audience is likely going to be a lot worse, as once again, most of the world isn't from the USA or the UK or these countries that will get you a better RPM. It's going to be from a lot of Asian countries and things like this that are going to get you a lot worse RPM. So yeah, that is just something you need to consider when you are starting your faceless YouTube Shorts channels, is do you want to go for a niche where you're going to need to get a ton of views to make money, or do you want to go for a niche where you can be getting like 30 million views a month, but from that 30 million views a month, you can still be making around $4,000, which is probably a fair bit more sustainable. But both methods do work, and I do have people in my community doing a bunch of different things, and they're all crushing it with the different things that they are doing. If you are growing a YouTube Shorts page, or a page on social media at all for that matter, I do have a quick tip for you. Now, when it comes to these platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, you don't actually own your audience, which means if the algorithm changes and your content doesn't get favored as much, or if your page gets banned, you no longer have that audience that you worked so hard for. That's why some of the smartest creators build an email list alongside their audience, so that every time you post, you're not only just getting views and building your audience and making money that way, but you're also growing an asset in an email list that you can make money from, and if your page did get banned or something like that, you still own it after the fact. Personally, I use Brevo for this. It lets you capture emails, send newsletters, and promote your own product or services down the line. And they don't charge based on contacts, which is a huge differentiator when it comes to a lot of the other email marketing platforms. And trust me, when you start paying per the amount of contacts, the costs can add up. And to give you a rough idea of how valuable email newsletters can be, the industry standard value of one email subscriber is around $1, which means if you have 1,000 subscribers, you should be able to make $1,000 off of that email list. So if you want to start growing your own email list, then I'll leave Brevo linked in the description. You can set it up for free using code Joe50, and you can get 50% off of your first 3 months. Thanks to Brevo for sponsoring this portion of the video. So the next thing that has an effect on our RPM is views. Now, to show you guys an example of what I mean by this, if we check this video that once again we have been referencing for the whole video, as we can see here, if I select the first 24 hours of this short, as we can see, it actually had an RPM of 0.36. Now, if we take that back and do it since uploaded, so a lifetime of a short, we can see it comes down a few cents to 0.28. And then while this is going to be different for every single video and every single page depending on the audience that you have, the reason that this happens is simply because my audience is mainly USA, and of course the short gets pushed to my audience first, which means if we take a look at the audience, it has an 81% United States audience for the first 24 hours of the short. And if we compare that to lifetime, as we can see, that goes down to 56%. Now, with that being said, while this can vary from page to page, it is something that's pretty much standard across YouTube Shorts, especially if you aren't doing any sort of search-based content, simply because as your short gains more traction, YouTube is going to need to find more people to push it to, and as it gains more and more traction and you're getting 13+ million views, it is then going to find it harder to only push that short to people in the USA, and it is going to start testing it in different markets, like maybe your Indian markets or even your UK markets that have a slightly lower RPM than a USA market. So if you are monetized and you have posted a YouTube short and you see that your RPM is good and then it starts dropping on the video, don't panic, because a lot of people worry, think that their audience is getting worse, but in reality it is just a normal part of YouTube Shorts as they are trying to find more people to push your short to. I wanted to cover a common misconception when it comes to RPMs on YouTube Shorts, and that is simply that the niche has an effect on your RPM outside of audiences. And now when I'm talking about this, of course niches have effect on your RPM just simply because of where your audience is from. However, with long form on YouTube, niches like tech tend to get a rep for having the best RPMs because you're talking about tech. But with YouTube Shorts, whatever niche you're in, it really has no effect on how much you're going to earn. The only thing that matters is your audience demographics, like the age of your audience and the location. And one other misconception is that the length of your short has an effect on your RPM, because once again, people think that this affects long form, it must affect short form, and that once again is simply not the case. Because with short form ads, if you ever scrolled YouTube Shorts and you don't have YouTube Premium, you'll probably see those ads pop up in between shorts. And with long form, like this video you're watching right now, there could be an ad come in the middle of the video, which is why having a longer video on long form pays you a better RPM, because there's more slots for ads. But you're not going to watch YouTube Short and an ad come on midway through, meaning that the length of your short has no effect. It's simply just down to the amount of ads that are on the shorts feed. And that brings me on to my next point, which I wanted to cover, which is how YouTube actually funds and pays YouTube Shorts accounts. accounts. So to explain this as quick as possible, YouTube basically has a pool, and in that pool they have all the money that comes in from the advertisers. So any money that anyone ever spends on YouTube Shorts will go into a pool, and there's different pools for different countries and locations. So India will have a pool, the United States will have a pool, all these different countries will have a pool of revenue. Now from those pools of revenue, YouTube automatically takes off 55% for themselves so that they can make some money, and at the same time that also covers some licenses that they need for the Shorts accounts, like rights to music and all of these different things. And then the 45% that is still left in the pool, that actually gets shared to creators. And then to keep numbers simple, let's say your page gets 1 million views in the USA, and then let's say those 1 million views equate to 10% of that entire pool. So in total in the USA there has only been 10 million views. You would then be given your 10% cut of the revenue from that pool, which would obviously equal $100,000. Now the next thing that I wanted to address is, are RPMs consistent? Because I've seen a lot of people spreading some maybe false information on this online, and that is just simply because their channels are different to a typical faceless YouTube short channel. So what I will say, can RPMs be different from video to video on your page? Yes, but if you have a faceless page that is in a specific niche and therefore you are gaining a similar audience every single video, are your RPMs going to be drastically different? No, that is not going to be the case. Now we can see that with this channel here. As you can see, if I go ahead and click on a bunch of random shorts from the last 30 days, we can see that, say, this video here once again has 200,000 views and has an RPM of 0.34. And then we can also see this video here has 1.1 million views and has a RPM of 0.33. And then if we take a look at another random video from the last 30 days, this one has 1.3 million views and the RPM is 0.36. So as you can see across my channel, it is pretty similar. Now where it definitely does get a little bit less consistent is if you are posting on a maybe face channel or a channel that is getting some views from search, because if you're getting views from search, these can really be scattered all over the place, which is obviously going to have a pretty heavy effect on your RPM. So if we come to this channel again, which is my Joe Sabiti channel, which is kind of niche down to YouTube Shorts, so it is going to be sort of similar, but at the same time, a lot of the views probably do come from search. If we take a look at the RPMs here, we can see that this video has a 0.06 RPM, which is obviously a lot worse than this video here, which has a RPM of 0.14. And if we take a look at our third most popular video, this one has an RPM of 0.12. So as you can see here on this page, it is a little bit less consistent, and that is just simply because my audience is coming from different locations and coming from different traffic sources, because these titles are a little bit more searchable than it would be on a shorts page where I'm going to get the majority of my views from people just scrolling onto the video. And just to prove that once again, we will look at the stats on this video here, which as you can see here, the reach comes 50% from browse features, which I believe is from people searching or people clicking on it rather than scrolling onto it from the shorts feed. Whereas if we go to this video, which has a similar-ish amount of views, we can see that I'm getting 91% of my views from the shorts feed rather than from anything like browse features. So I'd say if you're doing YouTube Shorts as a personal brand, can your RPMs vary a little bit? Yes, but if you're doing it as a niche down faceless page and you're getting most of your views from the search feed, your RPM is really not going to vary that much. Now the final point that I wanted to cover, because I get this question all the time, is, are RPMs increasing? And to this question I would say yes. I've noticed since the past year and a half-ish that I've been doing YouTube Shorts, the RPMs have gone up. And once again I have some data to prove this, so if we come back over to my laptop, as we can see on the same page that I've been referencing for the whole video, we can see that I have selected the date of March of last year, 2025, and if we look at the average RPM, it is 0.21. So while we did still make some good money on this page in March last year, we made 6.5k. That was from 30 million engaged views. Whereas if we now go ahead and look at March from this year, 2026, we can see we made slightly less money. We made 5.6k on the page, but that was from almost half the views at only 6.8 million engaged views and getting us an RPM of 0.34. So as you can see, I would say that on average, YouTube Shorts RPMs are slowly going up. And that is exactly how YouTube Shorts RPMs work in 2026, and I guess there's a little bit of an insight on where I expect them to go in the future. Now, while I did try my absolute best to cover everything in this video, if there is anything that you think I missed, or if you guys have any questions about anything that was in the video, then please be sure to drop those in the comments, as I try my best to get back to all of them, and I'll try my best to help out all of you guys with any questions that you may have. And if you guys do want my personal help to help you grow your own YouTube Shorts page, like this one that I've been showing you in this video, then there'll also be a link in the description to apply for my private community, and we've also helped a bunch of people reach 100,000 subscribers and get some of these for their faceless YouTube Shorts pages. So like I said, if you are interested in that, then you can find that and more information about it in the description. Apart from that, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, then please be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as I'm trying to get one of these for this channel that you're watching now. Now, if you guys want to see the full process of me growing a YouTube Shorts page from absolute scratch, then click on this video on screen here.